Remina by Junji Ito is the newest released volume of manga. However, this manga was originally written in 2005, I think. So we're just getting it now in North America. I have to say that this is probably my least favorite Junji Ito story collection. It's not a story collection. It's actually like one story, which is weird because, you know, he usually does short story collections. And he's got a couple of long-form ones, like Uzumaki and Gyo, and I guess Tomi's like the same. It's not really like a whole big story. It's like a themed collection of stories. But Remina is a really odd story because I was hoping for something cosmic, like Lovecraftian, but we get something really literal. So I'll just quickly go over the plot. Nobel Prize-winning scientist in futuristic Tokyo has discovered a sort of other universe, and a planet has come through. And he decides to name the planet Remina after his beautiful 16-year-old daughter. And all of a sudden the planet starts making its way towards them and starts destroying planets on the way. So it's becoming like a world killer event. And the story's so rushed though. Literally within the first 5 pages, I mean this isn't a short story either. This is a, let's see, it's almost 250 pages long. So, I mean, it starts off with Remina. She's being held captive by a mob of angry people. Then we cut to futuristic Tokyo, where they talk about the planet and like the girl. She immediately gets stardom because, you know, she's named after a planet's named after her. So she signs up with like a modeling agency, I guess, to do like commercials and stuff, and then she becomes, you know, a sort of media darling. So everyone wants her. There's like fan clubs. There's, you know, the son of the corporation she's backing up wants to be with her. People pack a venue just to watch her, I guess. I don't know if she's even performing really. It's very vague and very rushed. I mean, there's no sense of dread. There's barely any character development. Literally within the first, let's see, 25 pages, they're like, oh no, the planet's coming. And then literally people just like start going absolute apeshit. Like seriously. They're just like gathering in the street and saying like, oh no, we have to kill Remina. And they're like, what? And then people are just like doing it. I would have preferred maybe if like the planet was coming towards them but slowly, and maybe drives everyone crazy with this lingering sense of doom rather. But instead, it's not going for that. It's going for mass pandemonium. People try to kill her within the first 30 pages. And then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, it starts wiping out all the other planets in our solar system. And then people think if we kill Remina, we can kill the planet. So it becomes a sort of, you know, everyone's trying to get her. She's being sort of unloaded to different admirers, and then the planet shows up, and then it doesn't kill them. And honestly, yeah, it's there's some creepy stuff in here, but it feels more like a sci-fi disaster story. And you know, there's some creepy stuff near the end, but a lot of it's rushed. And you know, it's more of a sci-fi story, which is not Junji Ito's strong suit, I guess. Uzumaki had a way better sense of dread, but also Uzumaki's like 3 volumes as long as this one. This is just like 250 pages. So, I mean, if for some reason he turned this into a like tripled its storyline, he'd have to slow down and like add more character development and like explore the technology. But instead, people are jumping into ships and stuff, and there's like so many moments where she gets captured and then like she escapes somehow and then she gets captured again. It's a very repetitive storyline. The artwork's great, of course. I love the artwork. There's some gigantic, look at this. That's an eye on the planet. That's so cool. And like, there's some great artwork in here, and then, you know, there's some spreads and stuff. Lots of people screaming at each other. But yeah, I feel the storyline was really rushed, and especially the last third of the storyline is just really ridiculous. If you ever read this story, it's weird, and then the ending doesn't really mean anything. The ending's kind of dumb. So overall, Remina is definitely not worth buying. It's worth reading. I mean, like, I brought it from the library for free. It's going to be going back soon. I wouldn't buy it. I mean, to add to my collection, it would sully the rest of them. So definitely, I mean, obviously I read it, but I didn't enjoy it, and I think it's one of his weaker works. So that's what I feel about Remina by Junji Ito.